Hello everyone! In this video I'll show you how to crochet this cute teddy bear granny square. I hope you will enjoy this video, and if you do, don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, and let's get into it. And to make this you will need 4 different colors of yarn. I have 100% cotton in weight double knit, but you can pretty much use any yarn. Just bear in mind that it will turn out a bit different size than mine. And I will be using this white for the background, this beige for the nozzle, then brown for the bear, and black to stitch the nose and eyes on. Then you will need 4mm hook, needle, and scissors. And to start off, you want to grab any color that you want to use for the bear and make a magic circle, which you can do by grabbing the tail in front and wrapping it around 2 fingers, making an X. Hold on to your yarn and put your hook through the first one to grab the second one. Take your fingers out and chain 3. Once you've got that, you will need to make 11 double crochets inside of that ring. Now to make double crochet, you want to yarn over, go into your ring, pull up a loop and come back, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat this until you have 12 double crochets in total, and your chain of 3 counts as the first one, so you're only making 11 double crochets. Now once you've got your 11 double crochets and chain 3, pull the string tight to close the ring up, and you will need to find the top 3rd chain to do a slip stitch to join it together. It might be a bit hard because they tend to be quite tight, but just go through the 2 loops and do a slip stitch. For round 2, chain 3, which is your first double crochet, and do another double crochet into that same space. So you are making now 2 double crochets in each stitch. Just for the first one is always the chain 3 plus a double crochet, because you need to make to the top of the stitch. Now in remaining stitches, double crochet increase, so 2 stitches in every single stitch. Here's me going into the next one with first double crochet and second one, and this is what I will repeat all around. Now again, join it into the 3rd chain by doing a slip stitch. Chain 3 to begin the round, and into the next stitch do 2 double crochets. So that's 1 double crochet and another one into that same stitch. Now again, 1 double crochet in next, and double crochet increase in the next one. And this is what you will repeat, so double crochet 1, double crochet 2, and repeat. Just remember, as always, at the very beginning you always chain 3 as your first double crochet. At the end of the round you should have 2 double crochets in your last stitch, and then you will need to join it into the 3rd chain by doing a slip stitch. Chain 1, and for round 4 we will be shaping ears. So to start off, you want to do single crochet in that same stitch where you just slip stitched it, and then make another 24 single crochets in the next 24 stitches. When you did 25 single crochets, skip the next stitch and go into the second one, into the front loop only, to do 6 double crochets. As you can see, your front loop is here and your back is there, so you only want to go through the one that's closer to you and do 6 double crochets in there. Don't worry if it does spread out. Just because it's only front loop, it tends to widen up a bit, but do your 6 double crochets. Then go ahead, skip the first stitch into the second one and make a single crochet, and then make another 4 single crochet so that you have 5 in total. You should have 3 stitches left now till the first single crochet of the round, so you want to skip the next, go into second one and do another 6 double crochets through the front loop only. Now skip your last stitch and do a slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round. Chain 1 to secure, and you can now cut your yarn off, leaving a bit of a tail so that we can hide this later on. Now you want to find the middle single crochet in between the ears, so you have 5 single crochets, join it into the third from the right, put your yarn around your hook and pull it through. Then you want to chain 3, this does count as a first double crochet, and into the next one, do a double crochet. And the next one, you want to do double crochet increase, so 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and this is what you will repeat, so double crochet, and increase in the third one. Now to do the next repeat, you will need to go into the skipped stitch, so fold the ear towards you, yarn over and go into the stitch you previously skipped. So it kind of looks like this. You just basically go behind the ear and do double crochet. Now in the next stitch, which is back loop of the 6 double crochets you did before, again you want to do double crochet into that back loop, and your double crochet increase is going to be into the second skip stitch, so again fold the ear over and do those 2 double crochets into that skipped stitch. Now you want to repeat double crochet, increase all around the bottom of the teddy face until you come to the second ear, and this is where I will meet you again to show you what to do with those skipped stitches. So I'll do that and I will meet you then. When you come to the next ear, I finished with 2 double crochets, so increase, and I have 1 stitch left before the actual ear, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make double crochet in that stitch. Now the next double crochet will go into the skipped stitch, so you can either go like so to catch that stitch, or you can also just flip the ear and go into the stitch you skipped. It might be a bit easier. But yeah, I find it easier to flip the ear and then go through the both loops of that skipped stitch. Now the double crochet increase will go into the back loop of the stitch you made 6 double crochets. So yarn over and do double crochet. That's 1 and 2. And again, last repeat. So first double crochet again goes into the missed stitch that we skipped before. Then double crochet goes into the first single crochet after the ear and increase in the last stitch. So do 2 double crochets, then find the top third chain and do a slip stitch to join it together. Now for round 6, you want to chain 1 and do a single crochet in that same stitch, so into the chain 3. In the next 2 stitches, do half double crochet in each, and to do half double you want to yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over and come back, yarn over, pull through 3. Then again do half double in the next one, and in the next 2 do double crochet in each. In the next one do treble, which you can do by yarning over 2 times, 1 and 2, go into the stitch, pull up a loop. You will have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again yarn over, pull through 2. This is how you do treble. Now into the next stitch you will do 2 trebles, chain 2 trebles all in one stitch. So do the first trebles in that stitch, chain 2, and do another 2 trebles in that same space. And that's your first corner done. Now in the next stitch another treble, in the next 2 double crochet in each, and in the next 2 half double crochet in each. And this is what you will repeat another 3 times. So just to show you one more time, do single crochet in next, half double crochet in the next 2, double crochet in the next 2, treble crochet in next, and your corner again. So do 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles, one treble in next, double crochet in the next 2, and half double crochet in the next 2. And this is what you will repeat another 2 times. So do that and I will meet you at the end. At the end of the round, as always, slip stitch it into the first stitch, and now you will need to chain 1 and single crochet around. So basically make single crochet in that same stitch and then continue until you reach your first corner. So 1 single crochet in every single stitch until you come to the chain 2 space. Now in the corner you will be doing 4 single crochets, so all of them in that chain 2 space. And from here you will repeat the same thing, so 1 single crochet in each stitch and 4 single crochets in all of the corners you come across. Again, slip stitch it into the first single crochet, chain 1 to finish off, and cut your yarn leaving a bit of a tail. Pull it through, and now you will need to hide all of the tails, so grab your needle, and I like to start with the first one I just finished. I'm gonna put it to the back side of my work, so I'm just going into the back loop of that stitch, like so, to try to make it as invisible as possible. And now on my wrong side, I'm just gonna go under some stitches, and you want to make sure that you do this at least few times to make sure that tail is securely weaved in. But yeah, just go under as many stitches as you can, and then you will need to repeat the same thing for any other tails that you have left, especially the one that you started it with, making sure you hide that very well as well. Once you're done, cut it off, and we will be doing a nozzle. So for a nozzle, you want to grab your yarn, make a magic circle again, and chain 3. And this is exactly the same thing as you did before for the granny square itself. So basically the first round, which you did chain 3 and double crochet 11, repeat the same thing by doing those 11 double crochets. Pull it tight and slip stitch it into the third chain. So go through 2 loops, yarn over and come back and do your slip stitch. Chain 1, and for round 2 you will be placing 2 single crochets in each stitch, so single crochet increase. That will make 24 stitches in total. And as you can see, I'm doing 2 single crochets into that third chain and then into every single stitch. Once you're done, you will need to do slip stitch into the first single crochet, then chain 1 to finish off, and cut off with a bit of a tail so that you can use this later on to sew it on top of the granny square. Hide the tails. I already did mine, so I only had one tail to hide, and I'm leaving the other one. And now with the black yarn you will need to stitch the nose on. So from the wrong side you will need to go through the center and just below the second round to shape a triangle. So from the back, go into the center and pull your yarn, leaving a bit of a tail on the wrong side. And now just below the round 2, make a line to the side, pull the yarn all the way to the back, and again about 5 double crochets away do another line to shape that triangle. This is how it will look, and now you will need to repeat those lines until you fill in your nose. So go back and forward, making those stitches until your nose is filled in with black yarn, and you might need to repeat this multiple of times before you can actually fill it in. Or you can also use the safety nose like I showed you before if you have one on hand. But yeah, I'm just gonna stitch it on, doing those lines until it's all full. And this is how it looks. So it does have some bits shown, but I think it looks even more realistic, so this is where I'm gonna leave it at. And now I'm just gonna make another line just below the nose, the center of the nose. So I'm going in the middle of the double crochet, and I'm gonna go back into the center of this nozzle. Then I would recommend tying the ends together, so you should have 2 black ends. Make a knot, hide the tails in, and we will sew this on top of the granny square. Again, you want to grab your needle, place the nozzle on top, making sure it's straight, and using that yarn left, go into the next stitch, still making sure it's sitting straight, and go through granny square as well. Pull the yarn all the way to the back, and now from the back, go into the next stitch of your nozzle. Pull the yarn through and repeat these steps. So again, into the next stitch, go all the way back, and then come forward by going into the next stitch. Do this all around. Once you're done, this is how it should look. Now you will have this tail that you will need to hide on the back side of your work, so I'm just going under those stitches of the granny square itself, then changing direction just to make sure that tail is secure. Then cut the tail off, and it's time to add the eyes on. So I'm gonna be using the safety eyes, but you can also stitch them on using your black yarn. But yeah, I'm gonna do the safety eyes. Now before you put the caps on, if you are using them, you want to just put them in place and see if you like the placement. So do this with both of them just to make sure that you know it's in the right placement. Here's me putting them in, having a look if they look okay. And yeah, I think I'm gonna put the caps on, so bear with me. This is how it looks. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to hit subscribe, like this video, and as always, I'll see you in my next one.